Well, we finally finished our run-through of Tequila and Benetti, and I ended that episode by saying, I wonder what show we should spotlight next, as if the answer wasn't gonna be Manimal. Yes, I have made my love for this show loud and clear over the years. Manimal is the story of Dr. Jonathan Chase, a professor who was born with the ability to turn into any animal he damn well pleases, which more often than not would be a hawk or a panther, but some different ones every now and then. And what do they do with such a high concept like this? Well, I mean, it's a primetime hour-long TV series. He solves crimes with a police detective, of course. The show ran on NBC from September to December of 1983, lasting only 8 episodes, as it was very hard to compete with CBS's Dallas, which it aired opposite of. It was also the butt of many jokes at the time, specifically on Late Night with David Letterman, and years later, TV Guide would list it as one of the worst TV shows of all time, and it's not. This show has the charming as hell Simon MacCorkindale turning into a shark the same year he was in Jaws 3D. It knows what it's about, and it's entertaining as hell. I mean, look at the teaser for it before the pilot. My God, I am watching the hell out of that, starting now! The show came to us from Glenn A. Larson, the creator of Quincy M.E., BJ and the Bear, Magnum P.I., and Knight Rider, and let's not forget his music career as one of the 4 preps who appeared in Gidget. I remember that from my year in film series. And nothing introduces a character better than opening credits. Yes, Jonathan Chase, equipped with the power of suave smugness and a kick-ass theme from Paul Chihara, who also did music for Death Race 2000. Already these villains are doing something terrible. That's Lloyd Bachner. He's always up to no good, hence our episodes on The Lonely Lady and Mr. No Legs. Only one thing can stop these domestic terrorists. Yes, Panthers love the taste of cash. He can't strike yet, though. He'll be late for a speaking event as Harvey Dent's body double. The pilot was directed by Russ Mayberry, who did a lot of TV work such as Jake and the Fat Man, The Fall Guy, and The $6 Million Man, but I'm more interested in his 1971 biker exploitation film, The Jesus Trip from 1971. Not that this isn't original too, it's the weirdest taxi cab confessions we've ever seen. And it's here we get to see one of the many badass transformation sequences by Stan Winston. It's impressive as hell, despite being hilarious how not secretive he is. I'll just change in the back seat of this cab. Guess it still worked out. He got the only cab driver who wouldn't notice a man turning into a panther right behind him. Even the henchman knows something is up, and with one of the villains being Terry Kaiser, now we know an alternate version of how Bernie lost his life. Why not? Weekend at Bernie's 2 had people turning into goats. They're raising suspicion. Trucks don't drive around at night. Best follow them. Got nothing else to do. Someone's gotta witness this. Oh no, is the panther okay? Here we meet Manimal's future partner Brooke Mackenzie, played by Melody Anderson at Flash Gordon. I almost wish this was on cable. There'd be vastly more scenes of a man-panther mauling someone to death. Best keep the one-liners to Dr. Chase, though. It may cost you.
Damn, what are you guys doing? Starting your own guerrilla unit? Hey, what the?
Yes, it'll cost you your life if you try being the funny one. Here we witness JC's most impressive power, the fact that when he changes back into a human, he magically gets his clothes back. And poor Lieutenant Rivera, that's Rennie Santoni, he knew he should have stayed retired from the force after he stopped being Dirty Harry's partner. Oh, and I guess she's promoted now.
I want you to let me keep working on finding Simmons' hitman.
Okay.
Well, that was easy. Rivera gives her the tip that only one man can give her information on animals in the big city. Find us a professor who has more students wanting to sleep with him than Indiana Jones.
He can meet all at my place anytime.
Thank you, Miss Thatcher.
Watch out, he's got ears like a bull elephant.
And I heard that too, Miss.
Hello, you're not one of my students. Why not? Let's go for a nightcap. Her first priority is finding the panther. The terrorists can wait, and the animal control line was busy. Plus, we gotta meet Manimal's buddy, Ty Earl, played by Glenn Turman. I guess we have to. Glenn's only in the pilot. That's unfortunate, because he's pretty good here at playing it totally straight, as if it's a hard police drama. Still, the show needs to be more 1983.
You were right about planning ahead. It was my fault that girl's partner.
Ah yes, take us to the nearest nightclub playing Beat It. Clearly, it's Manimal that inspired the Michael Jackson black or white music video. There's a lot of sexual chemistry on this dance floor.
Right now, I'm taking in the man that shot my partner.
Taking him in will not accomplish anything.
Just tell her you can turn into animals. They are able to take Terry in, but he's got one phone call, which means he'll be out in no time, when he isn't seamlessly blending in as one of the cops. Give him his phone call at my desk, and give him a cigarette too. JC has some students to get back to.
Well, actually, I normally ask my bright students to stay after class.
Special assignment?
Something like that.
He's also a dog. And you never know when more animals will be lurking about. He's gotta go along for the stakeout.
You said yourself that this was a simple, unofficial stakeout. And what could be better than having a consultant along in case Rivera asks any embarrassing questions? You know, Black Panthers.
Do we sleep together on the first stakeout? Let's take a commercial break. Establishing shot means we can cut to an old commercial.
How do you turn on your Siamese? Turn on your calico? Turn on the juice. 100% nutritionally complete Chef's Blend. Gets its taste from real meat juices. Turn on the juice with Chef's Blend.
We're back, and hello. Once again, trucks don't drive at night. It has to be our guy. Calling your company Simpson isn't gonna make us suspect you any less. Take a look at what they're shipping. Could be drugs, could be arms, not sure. No matter, JC's gotta find the nearest cab to transform in, or the moonlight will do the trick. See, that's just simple science. If you have transformation powers, it's gonna have something to do with the moonlight. This does a good job of making the transformation seem rather painful. Except when it cuts to this that looks more like it'd be in a comedy sketch about Manimal. I love that if there was a late 70s, early 80s Black Panther series from the people who did Doctor Strange, this is totally what they'd do with it. I don't know, he turns into a panther, right? There's only one thing more distracting than the place about to explode.
The place is gonna go up!
Huh, Don't see that every day. Follow me, we gotta do the shot from the opening credits! Not only is she safe, but it appears to be less painful when turning back into a human. Play it cool, don't say too many obvious jokes.
What are you doing here?
Must have taken a catnap.
Don't you know what happens when you say one-liners? You'll get shot! No, not me. I'm the lead. Little does she know that when she needs JC there pronto, it'll be in no time.
Ty, may I speak to the professor? It's urgent. He's on his way over here.
I mean, that is much quicker than dealing with midtown traffic. It's so interesting seeing the world before drones were more common. Back then, we had to turn into birds to tail a group of criminals. And we can't have such a suave ladies' man spy hero without Ursula Andress popping up in the first chapter.
Just line up 8 men you can count on.
You want to take on the United States Army with only 8 men?
Honey Ryder has gone sour.
Come on, honey, turn around, will you?
That is it.
I'm guessing that's also a Dr. No reference that she just called her honey. Brooke should have turned into a hawk. They instantly see her taking pictures and want her dead. Or just stealing the camera will do the trick. What a very confusing day this man is having. So Ursula is playing Karen Jade. We're not sure what line of work she's in, but she mentioned the words shipment, drop-off, and exchange. So that means she's a criminal mastermind. Or not, those words can mean anything. Wait, no, she's working with Ed Lauder. She's definitely a criminal. Sometimes when JC transforms, it takes a long time. But in case of being caught in a naked woman's changing room, he bumped up those transformation powers fast. And it's still not 1983 enough yet.
So it can be handled.
Convoy's being stepped up to tomorrow afternoon.
So it gives us almost no time to prepare.
What? I'm just doing what a cat would normally do. Brooke is still more interested in the animals. I don't know anything about the shipment yet, but I know this hawk is really suspicious. Look how it's following us. You need to take a vacation, Mackenzie. Speaking of JC though, what's he up to?
So, how'd it go?
I was a real pussycat.
Again, JC, cleavage is not why God gave you these powers. Brooke does have a lead, though. The animals all have human blood. And kudos to actor Richard Mitchenberg for keeping this as his profile picture. At least JC knows where the bad guys are having dinner. The trick, though, is how do I turn into a panther without anyone in the restaurant complaining to management? This feels less like something that would happen to James Bond, and more Agent Number 1 from Her Majesty's Top Gun.
Gotcha. Soda?
Yes, please.
I had it installed in case we ran aground.
Classic spy cinema. We'll be right back. Our heroes are going to incorporate a snake this time. Come see me at Planet FunkCon on June 28th through the 30th in Davenport, Iowa, where you can get autographed copies of my book, Class of '86, movies, and more. Get your tickets at planetfunkcon.com. Welcome back. Time to ruin Terry Kaiser's night of lovemaking.
Hey, what do you think?
I suppose this is the easiest way to interrogate him. Break in and put a snake on the bed and count on him not just simply running out of the room. How else will he find out about the plot to steal military nerve gas to put towards domestic terrorism in a plan known as Operation Red Dog, where surprisingly no one is going to turn into an actual red dog? This is the most confusing part of the episode so far. Brooke comes in, gets the rest of the confession out of him, and seems confident in figuring out that the professor can turn into animals. Only...
Well, that's very good advice, Miss Mackenzie.
Yeah. Oh.
So, I guess that was a real snake, despite a couple of things. One, it seems to be listening and also taking orders.
Sick 'em, Snake. Wait.
And then watch what happened when Brooke entered the room.
And look, I think he will satisfy our friend.
But not me. I have one.
Okay, so that may not be Dr. Jonathan Chase, but that's clearly some other person who can turn into a snake. And it's all just for the gag that it wasn't him. Only I don't know why it wasn't him. And when she wakes up, I think she may have been safer with the snake.
It's extremely unwise for anyone unconscious to wear clothing that is tight or binding.
What? Why does he seem like he'd fit right into a teen sex comedy? Look what happens when she wonders who changed her clothes.
How did these close? I mean, how did you...
How did I...
Did you...
I am a licensed doctor. And you have been under a great deal of stress.
Oh, well, since you're a doctor... Wait, that doesn't make me feel better. It gets more awkward when he puts her to bed.
When you take this, these... and relax.
You in danger, girl! And go figure, none of this satisfied her suspicions at all. Only thing that would make this place seem more sleazy is if the panther hanging out in the basement is his cousin Malcolm McDowell from Cat People. He just leaves all his backstory laying around in the open. Just what is Jonathan's dark past?
The incredible secrets uncovered by my father and passed on to me finally reached fruition. The Viet Cong had surged forward, far beyond their legal limits.
Vietnam, bro. Ty and JC were army buddies who were captured by the Viet Cong, like he's also got the same backstory as the Exterminator. Only one key difference, of course, a severe reaction from drinking the swamp water. Also, if we won the war with our secret Panther army, he'll use his charm to come in and make sure she does not call for backup.
Please, don't make me use this.
Damn, my one weakness, bullets. It won't be that hard to track down the evil Colonel Hunt. Look, we only got Ed Lauder for a day, and he's not getting out of that pool. I guess Terry Kaiser's still free, though. Whew, good thing I had a second phone call. That frees him up to still take part in the robbery of the toxic gas. No one will spot us. See? We named our fake company Death Squad. We do get an extra amount of bird following scenes in this one, since this was back when TV pilots like this were a pilot movie. In this case, airing in a 90-minute TV block. Unless you were watching neither Dallas nor Manimal, but the new episode of Lottery. Whoop, damn it, got distracted. She's been captured. Crap. There's only one thing he can do to save her. He's got time to kill, break into the local zoo, and unleash all the wildcats so he can confuse the hell out of the animals too. This ain't no circle of life I'm aware of. If they're still around when it's at that terrifying midway point of his transformation, that means they're on his side. A sight like this even caused the homeless man to very easily give up his booze in an instant. And that's saying something. That's John Quaid from Every Which Way But Loose. He should be used to animal shenanigans. JC was able to communicate to the big cats that they have a rescue plan and that they must help him take down the terrorists and rescue the girl. Yeah, it keeps cutting away, but I still like to think there are a lot of henchmen getting mauled graphically. Seriously, it doesn't show them going back to the zoo, so are they still loose in the city after this? And the plan didn't even work out because the gas knocked out JC, turned him back, and now he must wake up to use his powers once more. You know, just like in Nam. And she'll have a perfectly normal reaction to him being a panther and setting her free.
Oh, it is you. I could kiss you.
Why is he so much more pissed off as an animal? Luckily for all of them, people easily pass out in this universe, or they just fall. Joke's on you! I have my third phone call! Oh, and people get knocked out easily too. Sure. He has to correct me, however. This is the shot from the opening. My bad. There's a lot of cats jumping through windows in this. Guess that took care of it, though. The bad guys have been arrested, and JC has agreed to work for the police force after he has his tea with 2 lumps of charm.
Just think of us together.
Working.
Yes.
Well, at least he's housebroken. Oh, and there is the little matter of the Colonel in one of my favorite moments from the show. He's planning his escape out of the country, but not if another Simon MacCorkindale movie can stop him. I have questions. Okay, I can buy that the man shark is okay in pool water, but did he turn into a shark and then jump in the water? Or if he was a man first, how did Ed Lauder not see any of that? And also... Why are you cutting there? Did he eat him? I need to know if Dr. Jonathan Chase turned into a shark and ate a man. This show, perfect television. While it wasn't a ratings or critical smash here, it was in other countries, particularly France, where they even wanted to resurrect the show after it was canceled and with the same cast, like Italy did with Jack Scalia and Tequila and Bonetti, but that didn't happen. Ironically, though, the character did return here in a Nightman episode, which we'll get to that as well. Manimal was such a mega hit over in France that when TV programs did polls about what show they wanted to air, it was Manimal. It even got its DVD release over there long before the DVD came out here in the US. I, for one, hope you enjoyed it because we've got a lot more Manimal to get to, where every episode contains pure gold.
Oh no!